Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Azure Databricks series. In this video, we will be walking you through a step-by-step guide to managing catalog access across multiple Databricks workspaces. Specifically, we will be demonstrating how to centrally provide catalog access to two Databricks workspaces located in the East US region. One will have read-write access and the other will have read-only access. So let's get started. To begin, we will first ensure that we have two Databricks workspaces created in the East US region. In my case, I have these two workspaces created in East US region. Yeah. So JBADB East US is already added to the Metastore. Yeah. JBADB Dev East US is not yet added. I'll be adding it right now. Okay. So what we'll do is like we will open the workspace for each of these uh, Azure Databricks workspace. Yeah. So let's open it, and then let's open the Dev East US workspace. Once open, what we'll do is like let's click on this one and then click on manage account here. And then what I'll do is like I will head to the catalog here. If you can see here, we have the Metastore created in East US and South India. Now, since I need to add the workspace that is in East US into this Metastore, so I need to go to the East US Metastore. Yep. And then click on Workspaces and then click on Assign to Workspace. So I'm going to select this JBADBDEV. So if an East US workspace, so let's click on that. Now let's try clicking on a workspace that is on another region. Okay, so this is already in a Metastore. So this is Central India. If I try to check it, you will not be able to allow it. So that's because only the same region workspace will be allowed to be added to the Metastore that is on that same region. Yeah, you cannot add any other workspace that is not in that particular region to be added. Yeah, let's click on assign and then enable it. Yep, it's added now. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to head to the dev workspace here. Yep. So we have so we are right now in JBADB dev. Yeah. Let's go to the catalog here and then let's start the um, serverless starter warehouse. Yeah. Okay, it's starting. Gonna take another 5 seconds to start. Okay, it's started now. Yeah. So let's go to the SQL editor. Yeah. And then what we'll do is like let's create a dev catalog here. Yeah. So let's change. Let's have it here, and then let's create catalog dev underscore 2024. Let's run that. Okay, so dev underscore 2024 catalog is created. Now what we'll do is like, let's refresh it. And if you see here, we are able to see this dev underscore 2024. Yep. So now what I'll do is like I will create a schema inside that dev underscore 2024 catalog. Yep. So let's do a schema. So the schema is created. Now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to create a sample table there. So let's run that. So it is created. Now let me insert some rows. Okay, so we have inserted that. So let's do a select just to make sure we have the data. Okay, so we have the data here. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is like right now we are in JBADB dev workspace. Yeah. Let's go to this JBADB East US workspace. Let's go to the SQL editor here. Okay, so now if you see here, we are able to see the dev underscore 2024 catalog, the finance schema, everything. So what we'll do is like we will try running this command here. Yeah. Okay, so let's first try selecting the data. Okay, so let's select this one and then run it. If you can see here, we are able to see the data. Let's try inserting a data as well. Yeah. Let's try inserting it. If you can see here, we have inserted rows from here. So let's run it. Okay, so now we are able to see the data as well. Yep. So now what we did is like we created a catalog on the dev workspace, and we tried accessing that catalog here. We in both cases on the dev workspace and then on the JBADB workspace, we are able to insert data and then select the data. Yep. So read and write both are working. If you can see here, we created this dev underscore 2024 on the uh, dev workspace. Yeah, but we are able to see all these catalogs on all the workspace. But here, if you see here, it is JBADB, we are able to see that. But as far as the Hive Metastore is concerned, the Hive Metastore is specific to that particular workspace. So if you see here, we have Hive Metastore, and there is a table called JBADB table here. Yeah, on the JBADB East US workspace. But now if I go there on the Dev East US, you will see that you won't have anything there. Yeah. So if you see here, there is no data. So Hive Metastore is going to be specific for that particular workspace. For each and every workspace, you will have your own Hive Metastore. But as far as uh, the catalogs are concerned, these are all centrally managed when you add these workspaces into the Metastore and Unity catalog. Yeah, that is something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, now what I'm going to do is like I have created this dev underscore 2024 catalog on the dev Databricks workspace, right? So now what I'm going to do is like on the production or JBADB East US workspace, what I'm going to do is like let's click on this dev underscore 2024. Yeah. For that, let's go to the catalog. Yeah. And in the catalog, we know that we are in JBADB East US workspace. Yeah, that is the one that is selected. Now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to click on that catalog called dev underscore 2024 and then go to the workspace. And in this workspace, I can see that I've selected all workspaces have access. Yeah. Now if I uncheck that, yeah, So what I can see is like I have basically like unchecked that, and then now if you see, as far as the production or JBADB East US workspace is concerned, I don't have access to this particular workspace anymore, to this catalog anymore. Yeah. Now let's go to our dev workspace and then click on the catalog. Here, if you see here, we don't have access here as well. So what is happening is like as soon as we remove the access from all the workspace, now even though we created in the dev workspace, we are not able to access it anymore. Yeah, if you can see this. Okay, now what we'll do is like let's head back to this JBADB East US workspace, yeah, and then now that we remove this all workspace have access, now let's click on assign to workspace, yeah, and then what we'll do is like we'll just select this JBADB dev workspace and then click on assign, okay. Now, if you see here, as far as the JBADB East US workspace is concerned, you don't have still access, right? Now let's go to the dev. Dev, if you see here, let's do a refresh, and then if you can see, we are able to access it. The main reason why I'm doing this particular thing is to show you that from any workspace, you will be able to handle any catalog that basically has access. Yeah. So now, for example, if the required workspaces are added into the Unity catalog, then what you can do is like from any specific workspace that is added to the Unity catalog, you can manage other catalogs that is present that was created on from other workspaces as well. Yeah. Now what I'll do is like I will click on assign again, and then I will select the East US as well. Yeah, this JBADB East US workspace as well. Yeah, so I've assigned it, and now I am able to see that it is accessible. Now let's take it a step further. Okay, so right now I'm on the JBADB East US workspace. So what I'll do is like let's click on that, and then you have this option called manage access level. Let's click on that, and then what I'll do is like right now the access level is read and write. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to change it from read write to just read only. Okay, let's click on that. Okay, now if you see here, JBADB Dev East US workspace has read and write access to your dev underscore 2024 catalog. But as far as this JBADB East US workspace is concerned, it just has read only access. Yeah, if you can see it here. Okay, so now let's click on something else, come back here, click on workspace, and then let's ensure we have the things right. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to go to the SQL editor. Yeah. And then now what I'll do is like let's try inserting some data. Yeah. And let's try executing this query. Okay, so now if you see here, we are basically getting this message or an error. Basically tells that permission denied, catalog dev underscore 2024 has been designated as read only in the current workspace. So this clearly proves that as soon as we provided that read only access, we are no longer able to insert data. But let's try executing this query and then see if we can select the data. Now, if you see here, we are able to read the data. Let's try the same thing on the dev workspace. Yeah, let's click on this SQL editor. And then let's try inserting data. It should definitely work, but yeah, let's try it out. Okay. You're able to insert the data. Let's run this. And if you can see here, we are able to select the data as well. Yeah. So now let's go to the catalog again and then click on the dev 2024. And what we have done is like we have provided read write access to your dev workspace, and then read only to this East US. So how can it be used in the real world? For example, if you have in production, for example, let's say like we have a dev workspace and then a production workspace. What we can do is like using the Unity catalog, at least from the perspective of this video, you will be able to limit the users to have appropriate access. Yeah. For example, there is a user who has read and write access to the dev environment, but he only requires read-only access, then you can achieve that by this particular concept. Yeah, wherein once you add these workspaces to the Unity catalog, it becomes very, very easy for you to control people accessing any of the required catalogs. You can handle permissions for each and every object as well. Yeah, we will talk about that in our upcoming videos. Finally, I want to highlight that you can always manage and review these permissions centrally within the Azure Databricks environment. This is essential for maintaining data governance across multiple workspaces. To summarize, we walked through the entire process of managing centralized catalog access across two Databricks workspaces, one with read-write permission and one with read-only access. Using Unity Catalog simplifies catalog management, ensuring that your data governance policies are consistently applied. Thank you for watching this step-by-step guide on managing catalog access for multiple Databricks workspaces. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Azure Databricks tutorial. Drop any questions in the comment section below and I'll be happy to help. Until next time, happy learning. Jai Hind.